Hello everyone, welcome to another day in Shroud of the Avatar, and today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make some arrows virtually free in the game. You can buy arrows if you want to off your combat merchants, your weapons merchants, but you can also craft them in the game. To start, to learn how to craft them in the game, we'll need to come to a crafting merchant and buy just a few items if you don't already have them. You will need to buy an arrowhead mold, and you will need to buy some creosote. And once you have those, you can then carry on with the rest of this video. Now, if we have a look at what we need to make arrows, which are made on the carpentry station, we can see arrows need wooden boards, arrowheads, and bundles of feathers. Now, the feathers you would have got from skinning wildfowl in the game, and the boards, of course, start off from either maple wood or pine wood. In this video I will be using maple wood recipes, but there are also pine wood recipes available. Now, whilst we're here at the carpentry station, we're going to need to get some wood scrap. And we get wood scrap from scrapping all of those cheap weapons, lesser wands, lesser staves or bows, and we will salvage those down into wood scrap. You might also get some patterns that you can sell or use at a later date. So now, to make the boards, we'll need to go to the milling station, and again we'll look at the recipe for boards, and from here we can see that we need some maple timber or pine timber if you're using pine wood. So let's go and timber recipes. Now, there are two types of recipes that you can get. You can get the normal timber recipe, or you can get the scrap version of the recipe that uses half the amount of harvested wood. So this is why we scrapped all of those wooden weapons to get some wood scrap. So what we're now going to do is we're going to use this recipe here, and we are going to use less wood by using this. But if you don't have this recipe, you can easily learn it by just putting the items on the table that you see, and then hit craft, and then it will teach you the recipe. And whilst you're there, you might as well learn this recipe. So you can pause the video and just put any of the items that you see that say reteachable or teachable. You can learn those yourself just by placing the items on the table, then hitting the craft button. I'm going to craft up a few of these. So now we've created the timber that we need. Now again, I will just show you the pine recipes just in case you don't have those. So these are the pine recipes if you want to use pine wood to make your boards. Now we need to go to the boards recipes. And again, I'm using maple boards in this particular video, but you can also use pine, and again they are reteachable, so if you don't have them, you can just put these items onto the crafting table, then hit craft, and you will learn the recipe. So there we have all of our boards crafted. So now we need to go and make some arrowheads, and those are made at the blacksmithing station. And again, we're going to get some metal scrap by scrapping up all of the rusty or cheap metal items that you might find in the game, and we're going to make some metal scrap just like we did the wood scrap. And again, you might get some recipes that you can either use later or sell. And now we need to make some arrowheads, and here you can see that there are two arrowhead recipes. One you can use from metal ingots, which will be rather expensive compared to the metal scrap, because the metal scrap you've seen we've got metal scrap for no money in the game. So again, we're just going to use this recipe here, taking 8 of our metal scrap and the arrowhead mold that we purchased, and we're going to make some arrowheads. And again, it's a reteachable recipe. You can just put the items on the table there. The craft light should light up and teach you the recipe. So now we have all of the components that we can make arrowheads out of. So here we are, we've got all of the components now in our inventory for making arrows. And again, it's a reteachable recipe. You can just put the items on the table if you don't have the recipe, and then you click craft, and then each craft of the recipe will give you 500 arrows. So there we have 2,500 arrows made for virtually no in-game gold, and it's cheaper than buying them. So I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and don't forget you can subscribe to my channel to know when new content comes out. Also, some videos will be appearing up on the left hand side of your screen that might interest you. I also do some streaming on Twitch, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next video.